One of baseball's youngest and brightest stars is slowly getting swept under the rug during the MLB 2024 offseason, and personally, I don't like that, and neither does he. I understand that Shohei and Yoshinobu are the big topics in baseball at the moment, but there's one former KBO MVP that deserves some attention that he isn't rightfully getting. Jung Hoo Lee, the MLB's next breakout star hailing from the KBO, seemed to be looking to find his way onto an MLB team as soon as possible in the upcoming season. For those that don't understand how good Lee is, I think this simple clip explains his ability as a batter quite well. Lee had no business carrying a ball all the way to right field and will hopefully continue to do these insane plays in his upcoming MLB tenure. But before we can talk about his MLB future, let's talk about Lee's past and why you need to care about him right now. Lee Jong-beom has been destined to be a KBO prodigy ever since crowning the title the grandson of the wind. This nickname was given to him due to his family lineage. See, Lee's father, son of the wind, was a former KBO MVP, Lee Jong-beom. During Beom's career, he played insanely good baseball, and Lee took notes throughout his whole childhood. Throughout his dad's career, Beom would produce a .297 batting average, 194 home runs, 510 stolen bases, and a total of 1,797 hits. The son of the wind ended his career after 2012, and the future of the Young family was in the hands of the young prodigy, Jung Hoo Lee. In 2017, the Nexen Heroes decided that Lee would be introduced to their KBO starting roster after a very successful spring training. At the time, Lee was drafted as an infielder. However, that changed quickly as the Heroes needed some outfield pop, and Lee definitely brought that, and on top of that flashed a really decent glove in his rookie season. He finished his rookie season with 2 home runs, 47 RBIs, 12 stolen bases, and 179 hits. He slashed a .324 average, a .395 on-base percentage, and a .417 slug. In 144 games, he was doing this while just being the age of 18. Yep, I may have forgot to mention that sooner. That's kind of my fault, but really, just imagine yourself at 18 going out onto a professional baseball field and playing baseball at its highest caliber while worrying about AP History and Calculus 3 less than a few days ago. Baseball was Lee's life growing up, and nothing was stopping him from being so good at such a young age. Lee was playing astronomical baseball at the point that it felt like no one could stop him, while also learning a whole new position. Like I said, Lee won Rookie of the Year with no hesitation in the KBO, but something I might have forgotten to mention is that Lee was learning a whole new position. Lee was transitioning from an infielder to an outfielder in his first rookie season, and was producing numbers that no one would have thought he would have produced. In his sophomore season, Lee improved in every aspect of his game. While he was lacking his father's speed, the bat continued to pick up and crush balls. He ended it with a .355 average, a .412 OBP, a .477 slug, and an OPS of 889, all in 109 games. Matter of fact, he actually hit 4 more home runs in a shorter span than his rookie season. Defensively, Lee really improved on top of his rookie season and won his first ever Golden Glove while playing for the Nexen Heroes. 2019 eventually rolled around. It was his junior season. Lee picked up another Golden Glove and continued to impress people on and off the field. But in 2022, Lee's amazing MVP season really pushed his name out in the eyes of baseball and MLB scouts all around the world. During Lee's 2022 MVP season, he hit numbers close enough to his sophomore year where he played around 40 games less. In 142 games, Lee crushed it with 193 hits, 10 triples, 23 home runs, and a total of 113 RBIs. He batted a .349 average while having the highest career slug and OPS stat of his career. One of the nice things about Lee throughout his whole KBO career is that he was someone that's very patient and confident at the plate. I personally would like to compare him to Juan Soto when it came to his plate discipline. And if that didn't impress you enough about Lee's MVP season, get this. In a total of over 600 plate appearances, Lee only struck out 32 times, while having one of the lowest strikeout rates in all KBO history. He also manages while having an OPS in the upper 900s. Lee is a monster at the plate. On top of those statistics, Lee also picked up what seems to be his final Gold Glove in the KBO, winning a total of 5 in 5 straight years. Jung Hoo Lee is a monster at the plate statistically while playing defense that any pitcher would want backing him. Lee has pulled out extremely fun and exciting defensive plays that makes you stop caring about what's going on around you and really enjoy the intricacies of what comes with being a professional outfielder. Lee wasn't supposed to be doing what he's doing, and that's the best part. He trained all his life to be an infielder, and eventually over the last 8 years of his KBO career, he's become one of Korea's best youngest outfielders for the whole generation. He played a mixture of center field in his career while playing mostly right and left in different years, depending on where he needed to be in that said year. During his 2023 season, however, Jung Hoo Lee was looking to repeat his MVP caliber season, but unfortunately fell to injury and had to put a stop to his farewell season in the KBO. On July 25th, it was announced that Lee would have to undergo season-ending surgery after suffering a fractured ankle. Many people feared that this would hold Lee back for another year or two and keep him out of the MLB for years to come. However, that didn't stop Lee, and his agent even confirmed that he will be available this 2024 MLB season. The 2023 year was special for Jung Hoo Lee, especially with him being one of South Korea's best players on their World Baseball Classic team and the opportunity of a lifetime which is to come in the MLB. At the age of 25, he will be posted by the Heroes, which will give him the ability to be picked up by any MLB team. The MLB has been scouting this kid for years, especially with the way he offensively produces while being so defensively diverse when it comes to the outfield. During Lee's years in the KBO, he made a well-known friend nowadays called Ha-Sung Kim, and that former teammate stated this about Lee. First of all, he's a great player. He's got all the tools to become successful in the major leagues. I would love to have him as a teammate because the adjustment period, I've gone through it and I've been through it and I have the experience so that I can help him. Ha-Sung Kim, recently breaking out as one of baseball's best former KBO stars, has really turned heads when it came to Lee's potential with signing in the MLB. Kim was looked at as an underrated player going into the 2022 and 2023 season and has massively impacted a desperate Padres team needing a glove and just offense that would suit their needs to the best ability. On the other side of the coin, I would personally love to see the two reunited with the Padres, but if that's not to happen, I'm sure Lee will have no problem finding himself in the corners of any given outfield. One of the best parts about Lee's upside is the fact that if his bat does not transfer over, he looks to be about an above average MLB outfielder, according to MLB scouts, and will help any team desperately needing a permanent outfielder for the next couple of years. I expect Lee to get a similar contract to Masataka Yoshida, and will probably hover around the $60 to $80 million range for the next 5 to 8 years. Lee is young, and he's ready to perform on any professional MLB level, and will be a treat to any team willing to give him a chance. Lee is someone that will treat your team and his teammates around him with the utmost respect and will play insane baseball every single day. One landing spot that would perfectly make sense for him in my eyes, coming from a New York Yankees fan, is of course the Yankees. The Yankees need an everyday outfielder, and this is my case to you, Brian Cashman. We need someone that could be there every single day and play left field for the next foreseeable future, or even center for the upcoming season with Jason Dominguez out. Personally, the Yankees is a perfect fit for Lee, giving his international stardom and also the fact that he will be playing in a big market in a team that wants to win now. Lee is a competitor at heart and will want to continue winning wherever he goes. On top of those points, Lee is also a left-handed hitter. The Yankees need a left-handed bat in their lineup on top of just being a contact bat in general, and they honestly struggle to even get on base, as you can see in the 2023 season. However, if Lee does not land with the Yankees, I think his age might be a huge benefactor for a team looking for some young talent that will rake for years to come. Lee isn't even in his prime form yet, which is crazy to think about. I expect him to do really well when it comes to MLB pitching. Like Ha-Sung Kim said earlier, Ha-Sung Kim wants to teach Lee how to catch up to the MLB velocity, since the KBO pitchers usually tend to not even get past 95. Some do, but a lot of times some don't, and 95 miles per hour is kind of like an average in today's MLB. Lee, of course, I think will get really well adjusted to MLB pitching and will have an impact on a team in years to come. Even if Lee has a rough rookie season, I could see him having a bounce back season similar to Seiya Suzuki. As I was researching this video, I found an article written by a college student named Ben Howell. He stated, "I expect him to be a better hitter than Ha-Sung Kim, and I think that his MLB impact could rival that of Shohei Ohtani's, offensively at least." Now, this article was written in 2020. This was well before Shohei was the star that he is nowadays, but I think it's very interesting that in 2020, Lee was looked at to be someone as good as Shohei Ohtani offensively. I think Lee has a ton of potential and a really bright future ahead of him in the MLB. I personally think any team would really want to take this flyer on a kid so young at the age of 25 and that is ready to perform every single day for any MLB team. How do you guys feel? Where do you think Lee will be destined to go? Obviously, if you're watching this future, you know what team he will be on. I think Lee is destined for greatness, and I'm looking forward to making a video a year from now talking about Lee's amazing rookie season. Thank you guys for watching. If you made this far, please leave a like and subscribe. Your support means the world to me. Have a great day or night when you're watching this. Stay safe and